needs to have a link down there that maybe is not make a purchase or make a donation. What I mean is like if you go to the website, ask her if she can make someone that's making a purchase or make a donation. Or make a couple of items that are donation only, like because you might not have like if I know the website's well enough, she probably won't be able to just say, hey, put the amount. Put a couple items like $5 donation, $10 donation, $25, 50, 100, and she will probably raise 200 bucks of that. That would probably be fine.
Here's Carter.
All right, Ishmael, we're waiting for Will Damrath to join us here in a few seconds, a minute here. Coming in hot.
Yep.
From a Pee-wee game down in Colorado Springs. Is that right, Will?
Yep. We
how'd you do?
Lost 4-2.
Ah.
Springs team, but down a few players. It was a good battle.
I probably should have asked you how you did before I put you on the live broadcast and put you on the spot.
It's bad coaching.
I'm glad you made it.
Why don't we share a few thoughts about yesterday's game while we're waiting for the refs and the coaches and the boys to get on the ice.
Well, I had to leave after the second, but tuned in on my drive to another game that was pretty exciting down at Magnus Arena. But as I understand it, it was a battle till the end, and Matthew Carter at the end, was that correct?
Matthew Carter got the first one. Connor Yahaya.
That's correct. Connor did it.
Connor Yahaya went down in the left corner. He pivoted, nice little deke around the defender, slipped the puck out in front of the net. Yes. Beautiful shot. Was it Ash that he gave it to?
Yeah.
I think it was maybe Ash that he gave it to. Ash fires one at the net, slips in behind Barnard, and Yahaya's right there, Johnny, there on the spot, and slips it in. Kid has been just snake bitten for what seems to be weeks. And then right after that, earns himself a penalty shot, with the defender putting the hand on the puck in the crease. So, really good victory. Final score yesterday was 2-1. Our RJ Raiders over the Cherry Creek Bruins.
That's always a good one.
It was a fantastic contest. So who we got for sponsoring the game today, Ish?
For today's game, our game sponsor is a team sponsorship.
I caught you off guard there, didn't I?
I'm like, I don't know this family, but team sponsorship. So group effort?
Group effort, yep.
I like that. As the Regis Raiders take on Littleton Hockey 16U AA. Featured coach of the day,
Tony Tucci,
Mr. TT.
I was sharing with coaches, a few parents here before the broadcast. We started doing the interviews in the CPHL season, and the interviews were just kind of an afterthought, really. I think we'd been 4 or 5 games into the season, and I thought, well, let's feature one of these players. And after I did it, I realized, well, that wouldn't be fair if we just featured one of these players. So we started featuring each of the players.
Yeah.
Well, each of the players then became, one Tier 1 team, and we may as well do it for the other Tier 1 team. So we ended up doing a grand total of 48 interviews through the CPHL and the CHASA season.
It went by really quick. I don't even feel like we did that many, but
I'll tell you this.
You're the one.
I'll tell you this, Ish. I feel like it was 48 interviews. I really felt like it was 48 interviews.
I got the well-organized version of it that was easy to just kind of run through and spit out. You actually sat down and spoke with them personally.
Yeah, it was fun. I tell you what you realize in doing the interviews, the personalities, the passion of these kids towards both their sport and just incredible leaders they are on and off the ice. Just the personalities through and through. Hats off to the program. It was a blast getting to know each and every player, and now the coaches personally throughout that process.
For sure. One
of the most, the lively ones, the funnest ones, and I'll give you guys a sneak preview as to what's up. We did Coach Hermanson yesterday, and for those of you that don't follow the varsity team closely, we had a fantastic interview with Coach Grant Woodley that got broadcasted against the Valor team, which was just last Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then we got a special treat for you guys coming. I think next weekend, tune in, and we'll have a little bit more than just a phone interview with Coach Ott, and then likewise for Coach Woodley with the varsity team.
That's awesome.
So all right. So with no further ado, we got the refs coming out here.
That's nice when you get your refs coming out, right?
Yeah, we're going to get the game going here in a few minutes. The kids will be coming out on the ice. You guys have the rare treat of having 3 commentators this evening. So Will Damrath is going to do the play-by-play caller extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
And then between myself, Alan Waters, and Ishmael Hernandez, we'll try not to stumble over each other and talk over Will and let him do his job. But we're going to add color where it merits.
Anybody catch the All-Star game?
It was terrible.
Yeah, as usual.
It always is. So it was okay, and maybe a biased opinion because the team that the conference that my team was in was out quick, but it's snooze fest again. Unfortunately, I tell you what, this is going to be a much better contest.
Well, so, I think it's more. I was saying yesterday, these NHL players after that many games of the season to have that break, so many of them are so beat up.
Yeah.
I'm sure the players are enjoying a few days off that aren't in it.
Well, speaking of All-Stars, let's cover Coach Tony Tucci's interview here. So I don't know if he's got a chance to pan in on him. See if we can get our camera guy to pan in on the coaches for our RJ Raiders. And then we'll kick off the interview. Your hometown and a little bit about your hockey career. So Coach Tony Tucci grew up in Colorado, played for Littleton, and joined the RJ program in his sophomore season. He played for Coach Terry Ott for 2 years and Coach Dan Woodley on the varsity program for his senior year program. So we got an alumni here on the coaching staff, which is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Always great to have him back, right? Part of the program, the legacy.
Well, that's. I bet he's got some stories that we'll have to try and get him to share some. That might be hard to pry him out of him.
I loved the story he gave us for question number 2. Do share, Mr. Damrath.
All right. What position did you or do you play? He said center, always played center throughout my hockey career. They don't trust me playing or coaching with the D. There's too much on the line.
So listen, I'll share with you, Coach Tucci. You can't win unless you score, but I understand the sentiment. You certainly want to put a goose egg on the other team's scoreboard as well, so I get that. So why are you a better coach than Coach James? Love this one. And they had similar answers between the two of them. So his answer was, I don't even know where to start. He said James is married to Minnesota and trying to bring Minnesota hockey to Colorado. Not going to work, as Coloradans have it figured out. Don't worry about it, James. Love that answer, man. A lot of fun with Coach Tucci.
What inspired you to get into coaching? Always loved the game. Played for a club team in college. When I graduated, I want to stay in the game and be at a more competitive level than what you typically find in men's hockey. Regis definitely brings the compete in hockey, and I love being part of the program.
We always ask him movie, meal, vacation destination, Step Brothers. And then similar to some other coaches, he threw a chicken parm. I think that's a popular one amongst the athletes in general and the hockey players as well. And his favorite vacation destination is Destin, Florida. I'm sure after a long winter of cold weather here in Colorado and hanging around the rink, the beaches feel good.
All right, what do we got? Favorite memory as a coach? So many to choose from. Probably last year when Beck scored the overtime winner against Mullen. Huge win for the Raiders, huge goal early in OT for Beck.
That was a phenomenal goal. I said it yesterday, I say it again. If there were 100 people that were watching that game, that became 100 people their favorite goal ever, their favorite hockey memory. That was just a fantastic snipe by Beck. He also reminded me it was on the first shift of overtime, so
that's the way
made the overtime a little more painless than what it could have been. So his next question that I asked him was, tell us something about Coach Ott that most fans at home might not know, and I love this answer. I will tell you guys honestly, the answer he gave me was a little more than I'm going to share with you guys today. It was a story, but I'm going to summarize it for the purpose of today's broadcast. He said his junior year, early season in a tournament in Aspen, their team was struggling out of the gate. We were in the hotel doing some activities, and Coach Terry, trying to lighten the mood for the team, jumped into the hot tub fully clothed. So you got a kick out of it, put a laugh or some smiles on the players' faces, probably spent some extra dough replacing some shoes and some other electronics that might have been on his person, but it lightened the mood, and he said they took it home from that point, so
that's awesome.
Did the trick.
That's awesome.
All right. The perfect pizza is, bonus question, leftover pizza, hot or cold? He said pepperoni with jalapenos, leftovers need to be warm.
Yes.
So it was 3-0. Grant Woodley for the varsity team, and then both of our assistants here all said the leftover pizza has, one, they all like jalapenos.
Yes.
And after my own heart there. And then secondly, they all said they like their leftover pizza warm. I'll tell you that when we get into the head coaches, there's a little different take on the warm versus cold pizza. Maybe they have less time.
That's why they're head coach, right?
I love this question as well, having coached a few games myself, and you likewise, Will. Every coach has their signature call. Is it help? Is it backdoor? Hard back? What's your signature call? And he said it is definitely help.
Help. Two exclamation points.
Yeah.
Any shootouts?
Shout-out, sorry.
Shout-outs.
Yeah.
During the broadcast today, he wants to say hello to all the parents, family members who make the season such a great success. Second to that, for sure.
And he elaborated a little bit on that one with me as well. He said, without you parents and all the generosity and just the program, he said just extremely grateful for everything every one of you guys do, and a big thank you. And then lastly, what does it mean being a coach, or to you, to be a coach for the Regis Raiders program? His answer was short and sweet and couldn't have been better. He said it's a way to give back to a school that gave so much to me.
That's awesome.
Isn't that fantastic?
Good stuff.
All right, Coach Tucci, put a W on the board today for us. Let's have some fun, guys.
All right. Ice Ranch, Littleton, Colorado. Regis Raiders are the home team in white trimmed out, red breezers, red helmets, black trim. Littleton Hawks in their all blacks tonight, trimmed out in the red. We're getting ready for puck drop center ice. 17 minutes on the clock, 0-0 first period, getting ready to start. Who we got in goal?
We got Mr. Hernandez in net tonight. So
I am.
Yeah, yes, Mr. Hernandez. We got the Liams on D. Looks like we got Brenner, Williams, and who we got over there on the right side?
Ooh.
And Damrath.
Damrath, there you go.
The Wrath, right?
And when I said who's in goal, I mean he's in the goal right now. getting his groove on. He backed into the net and a little last-minute meditation here before the puck drop.
Let's go.
Face-off win up to Williams. Crosses the blue line. He's got Brenner driving. Backhand shot. Quick save, deflection behind. He picks up his own rebound. Cycles back to Brenner behind. He's got Damrath in front.
Oh.
Just wide of his stick. Littleton, quick turn, but off the skate of Williams, and they're going to beat them to the puck for a quick opportunity on the left-hand side. Littleton goes low to high. Quick shot on net. That's 2 saves by Hernandez early on here. And a miscue at the blue line, turned over, but Damrath picks that up through the neutral zone. 1-on-3. He's going to lose that at the blue line, but the trailer comes in. I think that's Eli Ash with a quick backhander off the stick. Avery Osgood is down there battling, picks it up again, another drive and a shot. Glove save, rebound is loose, and the puck is loose, but it's not in. 2 sliding saves by the goaltender. Avery Osgood was all over that puck, and it's going to come all the way down. Littleton's going to wholesale line change with Drake Woody picking that puck up in the corner. In the skates of Ash. Littleton recovers. They're going to regroup in their end. Throw to the neutral zone, but that's picked up by Barnes. Battle on the wall with Ash and Barnes. The puck finally comes back to Crowell. Crowell over to Osgood, up high. Nice pass through the neutral zone to Eli Ash across the line. Got nobody, gets turned over, and Littleton's up and out, but Ash picks it up on his back check and throws that back down for a line change for Regis. Harry Sorensen on the forecheck, forces a bad breakout pass. Drake Woody picks it up. Goes D to D, over to Matthew Carter. Matthew Carter up to Camden Lai, turned over in the neutral zone, and Littleton's coming across. And as he's falling, chips that puck high.
So we're 2 minutes into the first period, Will. Ish, we have probably 6 shots on net. Very counter to what we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
Very balanced game back and forth, but defensive first period. 6 shots on net. We're 2 minutes in.
Regis coming out hard, definitely got some life in their step right now. Face-off win comes back to Teddy. Goes D to D, cross ice pass up to Camden Lai. He's got speed through the neutral zone, puts that deep for Ihaya. Ihaya, nice body, gets that first, cycles back to Lai. He's going to look up high to Matthew Carter, who goes D to Crowell. Crowell, quick shot on net. And a save, no rebound.
That's a great look from our defender off the blue line. Tons of traffic up front. Good look. I love that shot all day. I love having that traffic in front of that net.
Shot, my mistake, was by
Teddy, correct?
Teddy Ormitas.
If you get that look, take it, right?
Yep. Puck back to Armitage. He tries to dump it deep off of Camden Lai, but Camden Lai finally cycles it down. Sorensen on the forecheck. He intercepts in the corner low. Cycles back down to Lai. Lai's got Ihaya and Sorensen up high. Littleton tries to clear over to Armitage, back to Carter. Throws one toward the net. Ihaya's stick knocks it, and he picks up the rebound behind. Getting some pressure, but Camden Lai helps out with Harry Sorensen in front and a couple D up high, up to Armitage, just off his stick. Can't get the shot off, so he cycles back down. Littleton tries to chip high off the glass and finally does, and Matthew Carter's going to come back and pick that puck up. Nice patience on Matthew Carter to gain the line. Gets poked at the neutral zone. And Armitage will regroup behind the net. Hands it back off to Carter, over to Barnes. Barnes up to Damrath through the neutral zone. Tries a quick shot off the skate of the defender, picks up his rebound behind the net, hangs on to it. He's looking in front. Just off the stick of Williams. Williams had to reach to his backhand. Got a little bit on it, but he picks up the rebound. That's going to get held in nicely by Armitage, and Brenner picks that up in the corner with Damarath in front. Brenner's going to drive around. Go cross ice to Waters. With a lot of pressure, is able to keep that puck inside the blue line nicely. Finally, they chip it up and out, and Brenner is going to wheel through the neutral zone with Damarath at the blue line. Brenner to his backhand on the far right, and a quick shot, but no angle. The goalie makes a nice save, and they send that all the way down.
Yeah, that pass over to Waters, it was coming to him before he was even in the zone, so needed to get in there and chip it in. He fanned on it, and the fan actually worked to his favor, slipped it by the far side of the oncoming winger, able to keep it in the zone.
Scallarud will take the draw here with Armitage on his left and Gregory on his right. He does win it down into the corner, goes and picks it up. Gets checked off the puck on the right-hand side. Littleton tries to reverse the play, comes up to Crowell on the blue line. Crowell not able to keep that in.
Good to see Crowell back in the lineup after being absent from not feeling so well the last couple games. So good to have you back in the lineup, Mr. Crowell. Another icing.
Yep. So a lot of good pressure by Gregory, all by himself inside the blue line. The D got confused there, tried a stretch pass. It went down for an icing, so we'll reset down here. On the right-hand side, we've got Evan Condon out there for Littleton on D. New up-and-coming player. Look for him. Pete Armitage on the left-hand side. Drake Woody at the point with Jake Crowell. Gregory down on the right-hand corner. Tied up. Tries to get that to Scallarud. It squirts out to Littleton. A 2-on-2 coming up across the blue line. Just off the stick of their player, and it's stepped up at the blue line nicely by Drake Woody to send that back down. Evan Condon goes D to D. Back to Condon. He's going to gain the blue line, and with some speed through the neutral zone, he's going to take it, but a nice poke check by Scallarud right outside the blue line.
Yeah, it looked like it might have put him offside, but no call. Linesman's got a better vantage point on that than I do, no doubt.
Cross-ice pass to Gregory. He's down in the corner while his team changes. Waiting patiently for support. Tries to hit Osgood in front, but that's deflected out. Condon collects the puck, goes D to D with Avery Osgood all over him down low. And that puck gets turned over once again at the blue line, so Condon has to retrieve left of his goaltender with Osgood on him again hard. Eli Ash picks that puck up, chips it down into the corner for Barnes. Barnes looking to the middle again, and just off the stick of Ash, and quick wraparound shot off the side of the net into the corner, and Barnes and Ash are all over it. Now Avery Osgood into the cycle, gets hit really hard from behind. That's an easy call by the referee. Glad to see Avery getting up after that one. He was hit right in the numbers.
I don't know what it is about OG, but I don't know if he has a target on his back here, but he usually takes a pretty good hit. Kid has a lot of heart. He jumps up pretty quick, but for whatever reason, man, he can take a lick and get back up.
Yeah, it looked scarier than it was.
Yeah.
He went right down to his knees when he got hit, but glad to see him up in a power play. First one of the night, 10:41.
Let's go get it.
0-0 game. Brenner wins that draw up to Camden Lai on the wall. Battle on the wall, but Lai comes up with it. Back to Brenner. He's got Damarath in front. Feeds to Damarath with a deflected shot over to the left. Back to Kai. He's going to come up to Liam McDonald. Liam McDonald cycles back down to Brenner, who leaves it for Camden Lai. Damarath wraps and picks that up. He's looking up high.
Off the Moran's nets come off.
Nets
yep.
off.
Yeah.
I like the way they're cycling the puck. Our power plays look really strong the last few games. Good possession time, cycling the puck. That inverted umbrella, they're working it hard. Little give and go on that left-hand side, drive the net. See if it works for him here in the next 134.
Oh, and the faceoff was won so hard it came right out of the zone. So McDonald's going to have to come back, pick that up. He goes D to D to Williams playing the D position for this power play. McDonald up to Camden Lai. He's going to bring that and chip it wide and chase down behind the net. Damrath Brenner, handoff back to Brenner. Brenner patiently brings it back up to McDonald, who goes back down to Brenner. Brenner curls top of the circle on his forehand. Good quick shot and a pad save by the goalie up into the netting.
Working the puck back to Liam McDonald on the point, who's got a big shot, controls the puck really well. Good quarterback for the power play. You got Williams on that right-hand point who keeps sneaking in the back door, looking for that setup play. He's had a few of them this year. It's great to have that offensive mindset on the on that far right point.
So with exactly 1 minute left in the power play, Coach Ott gets his next unit out there. Matthew Carter on the point up there with Teddy Armitage. Ihaya on the right-hand side, and I believe that's Eli Ash. Back to Ihaya. Behind Ihaya, quick feed in front, but that puck gets intercepted by Littleton and up and out. Matthew Carter sets up behind his net. Waits for his power play breakout. All three players break out to the right-hand side of the ice and allowed them to be covered by one Littleton forechecker. But despite that, Eli Ash battling down in the corner for that. It's going to come up to Matthew Carter. Carter back down to Ihaya in the corner. Ihaya tries to hand off to Ash, but puck gets deflected. Barnes will send that behind the net, and Littleton wraps it all the way down. That's going to kill it for the penalty for Littleton. So Armitage, quick feed up to Ash. He's got Pete at the line. Quick backhand shot in front, but cleared by Littleton. Matthew Carter sends that back down to Pete Armitage. Misses his stick. Littleton, a nice breakout to their winger and cross ice pass through the neutral zone. They're going to take that wide on the right-hand side, but Skellerud is there to pick that up. Skellerud's going to wheel around the net with a couple guys on him. Can't get it out. He had three guys on him, decided to wheel there. But that loose puck gets picked up by Armitage, who's going to dump it deep and go chase it himself. Littleton, with a little bit of time on the breakout, gets a little pressure, chips that up off the glass, and Crowell is going to wheel with two defenders on him, gets that all the way through the neutral zone, but then poked.
Just lost the puck there off the stick coming through the neutral zone. Crowell doesn't look like he missed any hockey there.
No. Pete Armitage trying to go cross ice, intercepted in the neutral zone. Littleton regroups, sends a stretch pass up, but that's intercepted by Pete, and then back to Littleton. Littleton now looking more to the neutral zone, and they connect on one coming across the right-hand side. Jake Crowell with nice body position keeps him low and behind the net. All they can do is wrap it. Evan Condon nicely keeps that in on the wall. Two Littleton players battling on the wall against three. Armitage getting harassed behind the net by two guys, loses his footing, but Brenner's there to pick that up. He's going to look cross ice just off the stick of Williams. That's going to be an icing.
So Littleton applying a good forecheck. They got two guys in deep and even holding the blue line a little bit, making life a little difficult for the breakout for the Raiders.
Yeah, and at this point, the forecheck's been really hard on them in their end. They're just saying, forget it. We're going to chip to the neutral zone and work on stretch passes, and they've been able to enter the zone more successfully doing that. Ihaya on the draw, chips that to Camden Lai on the wall. Littleton D steps up hard, sends that back down. They've got a guy behind, one guy in front right on his tape. Littleton player in front had three Regis players on him, and Littleton player threaded the needle and put it right on his tape.
It's like Alan always talks about, is that goalie body position. Some traffic up front, but Elijah was able to track it down, seen it in that weird position, that weird distance between the goalie and defenders, and jumped all over it.
Skill is great. Playing the position the right way is great. Doing both or having both is the greatest.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think Hernandez on that one, probably not expecting a shot with two defensemen and a centerman in the house, but somehow that puck came through from the corner right to his forehand and a quick shot. Face-off battle gets chipped out to Harry Sorensen. He's going to take that wide on the left-hand side and dump it down. Camden Lyle get there first in the opposite corner. Cycles back to Ihaya. But Ihaya can't get there. Littleton sends that up to the blue line. Drake Woody cycles down again. Ihaya puts some quick pressure on, but nice back check by Sorensen to impede the breakout for Littleton and send it back deep. Eli Ash forechecking with Avery Osgood. Barnes comes up with that puck, and he's got a man in front. Osgood cycling around to the right-hand side. Barnes tries a high-low drop pass, and the winger sniffed it out, intercepted, and put that puck deep. Liam McDonald gets there first. And Littleton, not having numbers, is not able to keep that puck down deep. Past the neutral zone, intercepted by Barnes, across the blue line, quick shot and a deflection wide into the corner. Eli Ash down there. Nice centering pass by Littleton. Picked up through the neutral zone. Waters with a nice step up in the neutral zone to send that back so they can get a line change.
Littleton had to make a quick line change to avoid the too many men on the ice, and they did exactly that.
Waters back to collect that puck. Didn't see the forechecker on his partner's hip and sent that across, but no damage as Carter sure-handed picks that up and chips high to the glass, but not before Littleton can get a good quick shot.
Well, the Hawks player read the D-to-D pass there, and that's that two-man pressure they have in deep. Nicely done by the Hawks player. He covered that weak side D, read the pass, and almost got almost paid dividends for him.
Yeah, wingers, all the forwards were a little bit high there, and when you've got a forechecker on each of your D, one of those guys needs to curl back and give some support. So face-off win over to Teddy Armitage. He's going to go back D-to-D to Crowell. Crowell, nice escape move up to Williams on the wall, but a good forecheck by Littleton. Williams gets that up and over, but interception in the neutral zone sent back in, and a chip play by Crowell right on top of Hernandez, and a good heads-up save by Hernandez on the quick turnover there. And Williams will chip that in and get there first. He's got Brenner in front. Brenner with a nice feed, goes forehand to backhand right on the ice.
Williams knew what he was going to do with that puck long before he got to it. He got to the puck. He really brought the Littleton player towards him and left Brenner wide open. A nice little dish to Brenner in the center of the ice, right in the high slot. He picks it up, a little dingle-dangle, cuts to his backhand, and beauty goal, Mr. Brenner. The RJ Raiders at the 4:13 mark of the first period are up 1-0. Beautiful goal, guys.
Yep.
It's clean.
All right, so Ihaya with the face-off win. Back to McDonald. McDonald's going to feed through the neutral zone to Ihaya, across to Harry Sorensen for a shot wide of the net, but Camden Lye picks that up, feeds back to Waters with a quick shot and a deflection off the skate of Sorensen, but didn't get on net. And Littleton's breakout passes continue to get intercepted on the wall. Camden Lye feeds again to the middle, deflected. Liam McDonald stepping down hard on that strong side breakout. Camden Lye squeezed off behind the net with Ihaya. Harry Sorensen seals off on the wall low. Camden Lye stays on the D side of the puck, waiting for that to squirt out. It squirts out to Sorensen. Loses the handle, but able to cycle back to Lye, who hands it back to him. Sorensen then gets it to Waters. Waters with a nice, accurate shot, but no rebound.
The first play on the sideboards, Sorensen deked himself out, and he did also to all his opponents.
Yeah.
So a nice little fake there by him. Good feedback to Waters. Waters with a clean shot on net. Need some traffic in front of the net for that screen. That's how we scored our first goal yesterday, right?
Yes. Tons of traffic.
Yeah.
Ash, Osgood, Skellerit, I believe, out there. Excuse me, Barnes. Face-off win. Condon collects that puck behind the net, looking for a breakout. He sees none, so he's going to reverse D to D. up to the winger, but a bad feed in his skates, and that's intercepted by Barnes right at the blue line for an offside.
Close on that offside.
Didn't look offside, but nevertheless.
Well, that's what I meant by close. Just to be clear.
Drake Woody up here on the left D, Jake Crowell on the right. Osgood left wing with Barnes on the right wing, and Eli Ash taking the center. Face-off win, gets across the red line, tries to dump that deep, but off of Skellerud, bounces back out, and that loose puck right at the blue line gets brought across the line by Littleton.
Starting to see better pressure by the Raiders here, Will.
Yeah, they're realizing that that's creating a lot of havoc for Littleton thus far, so they're continuing to do it. Putting a lot of pressure on the Littleton D. Evan Condon sees some ice, and he's going to take the red line and get that puck deep. Smart play. Woody has to try an escape move. Falls into his skates, but somehow comes up to Pete Armitage, who feeds to the middle to Barnes with a nice move to his backhand. Can't get a shot off, but hangs onto it. Tries to feed in front off the skate of his teammate. That puck's loose in front, but Condon with a nice escape move behind the net and a feed to his center, and they're going to get the line, but a hard check at center ice, and that puck's turned over for Armitage, who makes a quick shot.
That was the right play by Barnesy, by the way, coming in on that left post. Yeah. He ran out of real estate. He knew he had no shot. He also had traffic in front of the net. Could have circled the net and dish it back out front. That was the better play than taking that poor angle, poor percentage shot. So good read there by Barnesy.
Skellerud will take the draw with Armitage on his left and Gregory on his right. Matthew Carter at the left point. And the right point, Crowell wins the draw, shot wide of the net. But Crowell is coming down hard. Puck gets chipped out. Matthew Carter comes over to help out. Armitage is going to throw that back down behind the net. And an interception by Carter with the good forecheck by Skellerud. He stepped up into the play. Shot was deflected. Littleton tries to clear, but Gregory stops that with his chest.
Just over a minute to go in the first period.
Nice stretch pass by Littleton. He's got a guy wide in the zone, but Carter is going to beat him to the race. Carter goes hard into the boards. Littleton keeps control, cycles back down to the corner. And Carter is finally able to go D to D over to Gregory. Gregory's coming through the zone with Williams in the middle. Nice feed to Williams. Williams on the forehand, and he puts that right through the 5-hole. Boy, he almost ran out of time and space. It was in his feet, but he got it somehow to his forehand and put it right through the 5-hole.
Well, that was Gregory coming down the middle of the ice, and he knew he had a talented forward with him. Just get it in that area. We say this in hockey sometimes. There's some players that make any pass look like a great pass, and that is Mr. Nolan Williams. Great read by Gregory. Just get it towards him. Picks it up. I believe it was on his backhand first. Yep. Shovels it up a little bit. Gets himself a little chip at the net. You get it at the net, it's in the net sometimes. Great job.
Brenner with a nifty move, a feed over the line from Damarath. Tries to get a shot off. Littleton's going to send that down for an icing.
Just going back to that play, that was the only option Gregory really had. He just had to kind of shovel it towards Williams. And as I indicated, there's a lot of hockey players, talented hockey players, that make any pass look like a good pass. And he just did that, didn't he?
Yeah. Collected it with his left skate, running out of time, and got it to his forehand right through the legs.
Point number 2 for Williams tonight.
Uh-oh.
No uh-oh about that.
Uh-oh.
Brenner with the face-off win. Damarath right in front. Quick shot. Rebound went out to the side of the net. Damarath found himself on a real low angle, made a quick shot, but the goalie made a nice save.
I know this. The last time we had a hat trick by Mr. Williams, we had a phenomenal game. So that's why I say, uh-oh, here we come.
That's 2 points for him. Just keep him coming there, Nolan.
So about 10 seconds left in the period. Littleton's going to try one more rush, but it's poked at the blue line. I don't know if we'll get another shot at it, but Brenner's got about 5 seconds to make one.
There we go.
Oh, just off the stick of Damarath with 1 second left. Can't get a shot off.
It always amazes me how fast you can create an opportunity in the game of hockey. That you said 5 seconds ago, we were really on our side of the neutral zone on that turnover. And inside of 5 seconds, we took advantage of a beautiful little rush there from Brenner, cut around the outside, and Damrath, if he had made a connected on that, that was in.
Yeah.
That was in. He had time left. So give us a little summary of that first period there, Ish.
So ice is a little tilted going towards Regis. It's obvious when you see the numbers, 2-0 after one period. Face-off wins, it's favored Regis, 11-5. Shots on goal, favored Regis, 15-5.
So that's been consistent since we put it in our bag of tricks there about 7-8 games ago. We started tracking the face-offs.
Yeah.
And in every game, the face-offs have been 2-1 generally as far as in our favor goes. And once again, we're up double numbers there against the in the face-off circle. Really speaks to the quality of our centers, and just again, a talented team. That face-off's a mighty important one from a puck possession standpoint.
Absolutely.
I don't know which zone's the most important. You'd love to say the offensive zone, but I'd say winning face-offs in that D zone's probably the most important.
Yeah.
We do that well. But it certainly creates some good scoring opportunities when you can do the same in the offensive zone. So
well, sometimes not losing the face-off is more important than winning it.
Yeah.
I like to take it even further. You know, it is the face-offs. It is this tilted ice that we're seeing time and time again. But our defense, man, our defense keeps the puck in the offensive zone for us. We have McDowell, Waters, Carter. I mean, they are just keeping it in. When it gets out or any opportunity to get out, they punch it right back in, and we're back at it. So good job for the D.
Yeah, good to have Mr. Kroll back on the ice as well. He's, like I said, missed a couple here in recent weeks. And speaking of which, he's going to start the second period with Mr. Drake Woody.
Ihaya will take the draw with Camden lie on his right. Littleton comes up with that, gains the red line, and sends it in. We're going to send 2 forecheckers down. All Regis can do is rim that, so they win that battle down low and keep it in. But a nice step up by Woody. Littleton with a quick shot, and Jake Crowell blocks that with his skates and sends it back up. And
there we go.
Camden Lai with a nice step up, and he's going to get a feed. 3-on-1 developing with Ihaya, drops it to Lai with a quick shot. I think Lai wishes he had that one back, put it right in the breadbasket, but a nice feed and a point-blank opportunity. 2
shooter opportunities there. You got your puck carrier who picks up the F3, trailing the play, never a bad play. And you got Ihaya, just that instinctful play of let the kid behind me take the shot and I'm going to drive the net. He picked up a goal doing exactly that yesterday, right? So why not try that again?
Right, it worked out.
Scalarid face-off win, just hops the stick of Armitage, but he dumps that back to Scalarid at the line. Scalarid's going to battle with Condon for that puck, and he's going to hand it off to Pete Armitage, who cycles to Gregory. Gregory loses that, comes up to Armitage, who sends it back down, and a weird bounce off the back of the net, almost bounced out in front of the net. Caught the Littleton D off by surprise. All they can do is chip on the glass and try and regroup here. Scalarid and Gregory with a hard forecheck in the corner, and finally centerman comes down to pick that up, and he's going to wheel and get that across the line. Comes nicely across the blue line with a nice move, but Matthew Carter helps out and sends him into the corner. Littleton goes low to high with a quick shot and a deflection wide of the net. Littleton's going to rim that around to their strong side. The 2 Regis players, and now the third one joins to gain possession. Matthew Carter up to Gregory, who tries to chip out, but intercepted at the blue line and sent back down into the corner.
See, Alex, a little harder on the puck than that.
Finally, they fire one off the glass so they can get a line change.
So Ishmael, Will, let's have a little fun trivia here. You were talking about how impressed you are by our defense.
Yes.
And it's All-Star weekend. We got Cale McCarr, who's in the All-Star game representing the Colorado Avalanche. We'll do this in pieces here.
Don't expose
But at one
me.
point in time, Cale McCarr was on pace this year for 40 goals, which would be quite a feat for any defenseman at any level. And I'll continue that thought here in a minute. Will?
Face-off win by Regis. Sends that up to Barnes. Barnes races down with Osgood with him in the corner, hands it off to Osgood, but just off his stick. Eli Ash picking that up.
OG.
Seals with the body, waiting for support. Osgood comes down, and Barnes picks that up. He's got 2 men up high, wide D, just off the stick of Waters. And that's going to go all the way back down.
See if they'll call that an icing, maybe. I know that came from our own player, but
Waters getting pressure in his own end. Liam McDonald helps out. Nice feed to Barnes through the middle, but 3 guys on him, and he's going to go for a line change while Eli Ash picks that puck up. Ash and Osgood again in the corner. Osgood trying to dig that puck out. And the big-bodied defenseman from Littleton feeds that up, and Damrath is able to keep that down in again. He's squeezed off the puck. Littleton tries to go DDD, but wraps around on his backhand. No angle. Rebound came out, and it's up the wall to Crowell.
He had 2 choices there. You could have wrapped that in. You had Brenner sitting on the back door, too.
Brenner with a nice backhand opportunity in the middle. Williams going to drive the net from no angle, hits the side of the net, and that's going to come up to Drake Woody. Drake Woody sends it right back down into the corner for Brenner. And Williams comes up with that on the wall. Littleton good sticks, but can't get control, and Brenner picks that up, goes over to Crowell, just off his stick. Crowell's going to send that back down to Damrath. Damrath turns out of the corner, gets knocked down, and Brenner comes in to pick it up. Damrath in his skates, can't quite get his stick on it. And Littleton, after 45 seconds of constant pressure, just ices that down.
So continuing the trivia here, how many NHL defensemen in the long history of this sport that we love, how many NHL defensemen have scored 50 goals in one season?
Golly, can't be many. I'm going to say 4.
You want to give it a shot-ish?
I'm going to say 1.
The answer is 0.
Zero is what I meant.
It has never happened in the history of hockey, and again, we'll continue this trivia
50.
in a second. 0. No one's ever done it.
I'll tell you this, I'm happy if I have a defender scoring like that. That takes a lot of pressure off offense, and it spreads the talent for sure. I guess Williams took a piece of the goal out. They couldn't get it to stick.
Yeah, he tried his second goal. He tried to score himself.
Hit it.
Yahia wins the faceoff up to Carter, but deflected off a player up and out.
Nice.
Matthew Carter intercepts in the neutral zone. And
all right, boys. How many NHL defensemen in the history of the game have scored 40 goals? I just shared with you.
I thought that was the question.
The first one was 50.
Oh,
I'm going to say 1.
I'm going to stick with my 4 then.
You guys will both still be wrong. The answer is 2.
Okay.
Bobby Orr and Phil Housley are the only 2 defensemen to ever reach the 40-goal mark in the history of the NHL. And as I indicated, Cale Makar. Now, if he doesn't do it this year, you got a funny feeling with his development he's going to do it one of these years.
Let's go, Zip.
Lai driving the right-hand side, just loses the handle, but puck gets chipped to Armitage up at the point. Back down to Yahia behind the net. He's got 2 guys in front. It comes, squirts out to Harry Sorensen with a quick shot. It's still loose. Goalie finally freezes it.
So with 12:07 to go in the middle frame, ice is definitely tilting in the favor of the Raiders at this point in time. I'd say we're probably significantly outshooting them. We're getting a lot of traffic down low, cycling the puck. That last shift had to be at least 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes of good possession time in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
So nice to see the pressure's coming from the Raiders, continuing from a good, strong performance yesterday right into this contest tonight.
Littleton with a nice face-off win and a feed through the neutral zone, but Yahia is back. Defenseman Matthew Carter got back to intercept that. Puck squirts out in front to Barnes. Barnes just high of the net with a quick opportunity. 2 defensemen checking him very hard behind the net, and the puck still squirts out just over the stick of Littleton, but finally they come up and out with it. And a nice step up by Teddy Armitage, again in the neutral zone.
Yeah, to my point, the scoring chances are not coming from the outside. They're coming from right there in the house.
Yeah, would not want to be a Littleton defenseman right now with all this pressure nonstop in front of their net. Nice feed up to Waters. He's going to send that back down, and a nice deflection to Barnes. Comes out in front. Osgood falls on the goalie.
What are we looking at for shots, Ish?
I'll tell you this right now. It is heavily tilted towards Regis. Littleton has had 0 shots on goal so far.
In the second
period, yeah, 0 shots. And Regis has 6.
Yeah,
6 to
right.
0.
Littleton's reeling a little bit, and
they're in the box for 2 as a result.
yeah, you can see him starting to lose a little bit of composure here to be understandable in this situation with the constant turnovers in their end and pucks getting cycled, and long shifts in the second period are tough.
We're about to see some pucks dumping from Littleton when they get that opportunity.
Face-off win up to McDonald, over to Williams. Quick shot on net, deflected up into the netting.
Well, boys, I used to reserve my Saturday evenings to sit down and watch Hockey Night in Canada, national broadcast, every weekend.
Now it's Hockey Night in Littleton.
It's Hockey Night in Littleton. And I tell you, Hockey Night in Canada always had a buzz, a little bit of a better tempo, excited about the games. We have got a crowd here tonight at the ice ranch, don't we?
Yep. Looks good.
Brenner on the power play, up to McDonald, back over to Brenner, back down low to Lai. He feeds in front, nobody there. Williams steps up to pick up the loose puck off the shin pad of Littleton, though. But they cough it up, and Brenner's going to come back down to Damarath on the right-hand side. He goes cross ice to Lai. Nice puck movement up to McDonald. McDonald, quick shot off the shin pad of Littleton into the corner. Damarath wins the race, and Brenner picks it up. Brenner cycles it back up to McDonald. Back down to Brenner. Camden Lai up to the point again. McDonald this time will shoot. Deflected into the corner, but Camden Lai picks that puck up again.
That puck gets to the point. Get some traffic out front, boys.
McDonald over to Williams. Can't settle it. Finally, he tries to go cross ice, but Littleton's skate is there. McDonald over to Camden Lai. Camden Lai's going to drive the middle, and a shot just off the skate of Littleton. Nice D with the point blank opportunity by Lai. So
beauty pass.
Regis will change, hit that stretch pass to Eli Ash on the line change. Barnes backhander in front. Loose puck comes up and out. Littleton, another good step up by Armitage in the neutral zone to keep that puck right on the doorstep here. Eli Ash protecting in the corner. He hands off to Yehaya. Yehaya back down to Ash. He's going to drive the net. Tries to get out in front, can't get the angle, and it goes off the side of the netting, but he picks it back up.
5 left in the power play.
Fake scissors with Barnes in the corner. And Yehaya, nice backhand.
Full strength.
Cycle back down into the corner, but that's going to be a trip. So Littleton defenseman intercepted that puck, made a nice quick move, which caused the penalty.
Said it a couple broadcasts ago. The one spot you don't want to be taking a penalty is in the offensive zone. The one spot in the offensive zone you don't want to be taking a penalty is behind the line. You're 200 feet away from your from letting a scoring chance against your own goaltender. And unfortunately, a tripping call there. We're going to go to the PK for 2 minutes. 9:04 to go in the second period.
So we got Ash and Damarath killing the penalty as forwards out there with Crowell and Woody. Littleton trying to take advantage of the opportunity and maintain some possession. Quick feed in front, intercepted by Woody. The puck gets chipped up and over the stick of Littleton, and Damarath is going to go
get it wrapped.
Chase on the forecheck against Condon, who he knows well. Gets the better of Condon there. Intercepted behind the net. Williams picks that up. Damarath is going to harass Condon again. This time he gets rid of it quickly. And they fire it down. Hernandez does a nice job putting that in the corner so Woody can tie him up. Damarath tries to clear, it does come over the line.
Nobody wanted it.
No.
Finally, that puck comes dumping down, and Damarath on the forecheck again. Camden Lai steps into the play, and Damarath and Lai down there on the penalty kill, maintaining possession.
1 on 5.
Feeds to Waters, who throws it quickly in front, but Littleton steps up. Condon gains the blue line this time. He sends that right to the middle, but his team is changing, so Ian McDonald gets there. It goes D to Waters, who feeds right to the middle.
Save.
Waters was looking for his centerman, but just put it behind him, and the Littleton player had posted up right on.
Well, you got that center curling if you got 5 guys on the ice, and he doesn't play a lot on the PK. He probably won't play a lot on the PK if he's feeding the puck right out to the high slot in the opposing team. But that created a good scoring chance. But guess who was there to shut it down? Mr. Elijah Hernandez playing a fantastic game.
Body position.
Body position.
So a nice chip, and Camden Ly's going to race to that, and he's got a breakaway. Oh, and a quick shot just high and right of the net, but Ihaya comes down to pick that up with 22 seconds left on the penalty kill. It looks like a power play with the forecheck. Camden Ly still battling hard. Ihaya comes in, and he's going to pick that up and keep it low because they're short-handed. Littleton reversing that across. They're going to try a stretch pass, but that's sniffed out by Armitage, who feeds immediately to Barnes across the line. And
on the line change there, the offside.
Yeah, not too many men, but offside. The penalty expired, so they didn't get the too many men, but they got the offside line change.
Going back to that puck possession on the power play, with our speed and talent and our puck possession, it is amazing in what we're looking like right now. Just taking the puck and moving it easily. So
a lot of control.
A lot of control by Regis. Good job, Regis.
Face-off win all the way back into the Regis zone. Drake Woody makes a nice escape move, goes D to Crowell. Crowell with a little bit of time gets feed up to Barnes, but his stick gets lifted, so that's all the way down, no icing. Avery Osgood this time, after getting hit in the first period, lays on a hit of his own and gets the puck right on his stick. Wow, Drake Woody, so.
That's Barnesy with a snipe right there.
So
just off the left post. It all started with Osgood.
Osgood's hard forecheck created the turnover, and Woody, sensing it for the top left-hand side, came down the wall really hard, got possession in the corner, and fed it right to Barnes in front, and he hit the.
You know what I like about Barnesy's shot there? Patience.
Yeah.
It just didn't land on his stick and jam it towards the goaltender. He took the 1 second, that extra second, just time and patience, line it up. He said, I think I'm going to put this baby bar down. I see the bar, fires it, and just a gorgeous goal by Barnes. He putting the Raiders up 3-0 at the 6:20 mark of the second period.
Scallerid gains the line. He's going to take that down the right-hand side. Checked pretty hard. Pete Armitage is there for support. Pete trying to dig it out. It goes the other way. Littleton feeds to the winger, but he mishandles the puck and comes up and out to Crowell, who sends it right back down. So Littleton with a little time here. He's going to read the forecheck, go D to D. Nice play by Littleton to create some time for themselves, but a pass in the neutral zone almost intercepted by Gregory. Littleton, nice move right in front of the net, and Crowell intercepts that and sends it back down.
So in that situation, Will, with a sniper like that on the doorstep, what can a goalie do?
Not a whole lot.
The answer is nothing.
Cut down the angle is all that you can hope to do.
That's your only option.
Stay big.
Too little too late, though, oftentimes when they're on that doorstep like that.
Nice stretch pass to Williams. He comes down the left-hand side, and the skate move, and his skates get taken out, but no call by the referee, and Littleton chips that high.
Going to give the ref the benefit of the doubt there, I think, as he just lost an edge, Will.
Could be.
Yeah, you see it different?
All right, so
out.
Hard collision right in front of the Littleton bench. Puck goes up and into the penalty box, so we'll reset here just outside the Regis end.
Entertaining game so far.
I like it.
Continuation, as I said, from yesterday's contest. 5-minute mark. 4:59 left in the second period.
Center ice face off. Littleton wins that back. D to D over to Condon. Condon feeds through the middle, but Harry Sorensen is there to step up hard. Connor Ihaya comes up 2-on-1 with Lai. Nice feed over to Lai. Yeah, just wide. Camden wishes he had that one back as well, but another point-blank opportunity on his forehand.
Well, Sorensen with a good step up in the neutral zone, and Ihaya with a gorgeous pass.
Yep.
Finding his man right there in the middle.
Ihaya right back in the mix down low with Sorensen. Sorensen kicks that to Ihaya. Ihaya peels out of the corner for a quick shot.
Hey, try to put it through the goalie.
I'll tell you this, I really like it with that number 3. Mr. Zip is taking shots in front of the net and putting offensive pressure.
I know, Cam.
He's a threat.
Yeah, he's got to be frustrated, though. At
Yeah.
this point in time, I think he's feeling so snake-bitten on some of those shots.
Yeah.
Just can't sink it. But I promise you, if you go back and if you're listening to this broadcast later on, Camden, they're going to start pouring in, buddy. You just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, he's definitely in the right spot. He's moving to open ice and getting the feeds. Face-off win back to Matthew Carter. He sends it back down, and Eli Ash picks that up on his forehand. Backhands to Barnes in the corner. Nice backhand feed in front, but sniffed out by Littleton. Battle on the wall with Barnes and Ash. Ash comes up with it. He tries to cycle back down low. Littleton, defenseman, doing all he can to get a stick on it. Finally, they come up with it, but Ash is there again behind the net. Blocks that with his thigh pad, and Osgood is down to try and dig that puck out. Barnes in good position, just waiting for that loose puck to come out, and Ash turns and fires quickly on his forehand again. Carbon copy of the last play.
Yeah, going back to that thought with Camden and that snake-bitten kind of position he's in right now. You ask a lot of pro hockey players kind of the how they feel when they get snake-bitten. The answer is always this. It's always this. Much more concerned when they're not getting the scoring opportunities versus when they're getting the opportunities and they're not sinking. They know that the conversion rate's gonna pick up soon enough.
So all we say for Camden is keep shooting.
Littleton wins the faceoff, sends it up high to Crowell. Crowell shot wide of the net. Scalarid is there to send that back down. Nice hard tie up behind the net. Pete Armitage comes over. That puck squirts up and out, and Crowell sends it back down the wall to Gregory. Gregory's going to step right-hand side, tries a feed to the middle, but intercepted by Littleton. Littleton trying to get high off the glass to get that puck out. Turned over to Gregory, backhand shot. A glove save by the goalie. So
shots are piling up now.
They are.
See if you can get a peek there at our statistician. Thank you.
One of the best in Colorado.
Mr. Clayton Damrath.
Yes, sir. So after after the second period, face-offs are in favor. Still in favor of Regis, 8-5, and then shots on goal, 15-2. Regis.
15 in this period.
And in this period, 15-2.
Nice win off the draw by Littleton to bring that up and over the blue line, but turned over in the neutral zone. And that's going to be an icing. So, you know, what I'm seeing here are that the defensive zone and the neutral zone turnovers, Alan, are frustrating Littleton. They're recognizing that it's happening now and trying to chip pucks high, but not always able to chip those pucks high out of the zone or through the neutral zone without forcing the icing.
You get worn down. I said it yesterday. I say it again. The legs tend to turn to cement, and when the legs get tired, you know, that goes directly to the thought process. The mind gets tired. You start making bad decisions.
Drake Woody all the way down in the corner, stepping up on that strong side wall. Damrath comes down to pick that up in the skates of Brenner, but he collects it in the corner. He wheels across the top of the circle, and a shot just wide of the net. Rims up to Crowell. Crowell can't hold the line, and Woody comes over to support. Woody fans on the shot through the neutral zone, and all Littleton can do is get it back over the blue line.
Happens to the best of them.
Strange bounce off the wall. Nolan Williams ends up with it. Hands off to Brenner in the corner. Brenner hit hard. Campton Lai picks that up and feeds in front, and Damrath getting hit hard by Littleton after the whistle.
That's going to probably earn the Hawks team a penalty. I think that'll be a 2-minute minor. We'll see if the official calls it. What I would like to see, and it will indeed be a penalty for Littleton at the 2:05 mark of the second period. What I'd like to see, guys, is a little bit more of a better conversion rate in our shots here. So we're upwards towards 30 to 40 shots on net now between two periods. Let's convert a little bit more on them. great scoring chances. Normally, like I said, we tend to, in other games, get a lot of shots from the outside, but we're getting great looks throughout this game.
Yep.
Really high quality scoring chances.
Yep. And I think the 2 and 10 is what they called there. I think the frustration from Littleton after he probably would have just had 2 minutes, but when he cross-checked him a fourth time in front of the net after the whistle, I think he had to call.
And then he let the 5th and 6th go.
Littleton is tired. You can see it.
So 2 guys in the box, but down 1 man here for 2 minutes. Face-off win by Regis up to Carter. Over to Barnes. Barnes with a quick shot blocker save. Barnes picks up the rebound.
That's Ash in the corner there.
Sorry, Ash.
Yeah. Oh, gonna get 2 of our own right there. So Mystery Haya. Yep, a little retaliation of his own. Just trying to get puck possession. Littleton player got inside him, and I think, yeah, it's gonna be 2 minutes for cross-checking. Interference, he's going to call it against Ihaya, evening it up.
Yeah.
So that's a sigh of relief for Littleton with 1:39 left in the second. They're going to finish this period even strength with no more penalties called, hopefully for them, and be able to reset between periods. So
4-on-4 hockey, open it up a little bit. More ice.
Guessing this plays in their favor a little bit to have a little bit more breathing room.
No.
As soon as I say that, Ihaya is blazing through the neutral zone. Hands off to Carter, who sends it back deep. Brenner with pressure. Littleton goes D to Condon, and a hard hit by Brenner. Littleton's going to take some ice, but Camden Lai forechecking with body position. That puck gets turned over to Teddy Armitage. Teddy Armitage with 3 guys on him sends that back deep to Brenner behind the net. Condon getting pressure. Finally, Littleton with a stretch pass all the way across the ice, but Matthew Carter recovers.
Nice.
Tries a nifty toe drag move, but Carter doesn't bite on it. Stays man-u net. That puck gets poked, and Carter's got Lai on a breakaway.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Come on, Camden.
Oh, Camden Lai, a forehand shot. Goalies waving the Statue of Liberty with the goal, with the glove save there on Lai.
The Academy Award going to. That was a little exaggerated. Camden Lai again with an incredible opportunity, and I think there's a
look at Miller.
Little jibber jabber going on between teams with that. They're all waving their arms in the air.
Miller's doing an instant replay.
It was take nothing away from the save. That was a phenomenal save.
It was great.
It just looked like it was a phenomenal second, third, and fourth save.
Anything one-on-one is great.
Okay, we're still 4-on-4, 25 seconds left. Littleton gains the line, sent that up over the net. Hernandez didn't see it. It dropped behind the net.
Got a man deep.
Dangerous little dump play there, but a turnover in the neutral zone, and Ash comes across one-on-one into the skates of Littleton. He finds it up to McDonald. McDonald goes over to Woody, but just off his stick. So Woody with a nice escape move just inside his blue line.
Shorthanded for the next 20 seconds as the period comes to an end. So we'll continue that into the third period. I believe the teams are once again going to take a Zamboni break. I believe we're going to get a break likewise then. So we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. Back in action for the third period. 17 minutes to go in this contest. The Raiders are up 3-0. At this point, we'll see you all in a little bit.
Okay.
All right, we're back in action here at the Ice Ranch here. 17 minutes to go in the game. Our RJ Raiders are up 3-0 against the Littleton Hawks. It's a 16U AA prospect team. Is that right, Will?
That's correct. They've got a couple different levels of 16U AA, and really good program. They like being able to match up against Regis and get the experience against the older kids.
Yes.
Connor Ihaya heading back to the box for his last 21 seconds for the interference infraction he took at the end of the second period. We'll kill that off. We've got 3 boys on the end here, fourth coming out. Talking
to Doug Condon, Evan's dad, who's a good hockey coach of himself and watching the game, a good eye on the game, and said that the structure of the Regis forecheck was just relentless, time after time after time. So that's what a Littleton parent who knows hockey is.
They see it,
seeing during this game so far.
Carry it into the third period.
So real quick update. After 2 periods, shots on goal, Regis 34, Littleton 7. Face-off wins, Regis 21, Littleton 13.
What were the shots in the second period, Ish?
Second period, 18 shots for Regis, 2 for Littleton.
Ice really started tilting in their favor.
Hard.
Yes.
It's tilting hard.
Run
with it, right? Push.
We'll call the game, buddy.
All right, Barnes, man out of the box, so we're even strength. Shot wide of the net from the point. Jake Woody sends that back down to Eli Ash. Looking for Barnes. He tries to cycle down to Barnes, but ends up in the far corner. Barnes gets there, but not before Littleton can chip that up. Littleton's going to regroup behind the net, and Rimmet miscommunication on their breakout. Drake Woody is there to step up, and Barnes picks that up off the wall, cycles down to Avery Osgood. Avery Osgood button hooks but gets checked off the puck. Luke Damrath turns into the corner, looking on his backhand out in front, tries a wraparound but gets hit hard at the goal line, and Littleton comes up and out with that puck. Number 13 for Littleton having a shift. Hit him a little bit too late, but a high energy shift from Littleton there with a couple of good body checks. The last one, unfortunately for them, was well after the puck had left. So
they're calling interference on Woody.
So that was Caleb Burns for Littleton coming down the right wing. The call was an interference. I don't know that I agree with the interference call there. I don't know if the puck had gone in deep enough. But it just reminds me of what we saw at the beginning of the CPHL season with the body contact, maybe not playing the puck first and the contact being the leading part of the play. But nonetheless, we're going to go shorthanded at the 15:30 mark of the third period with, is it Woody going to the box?
Yep. Woody going to the box. Yep. So Brenner on the penalty kill, tries to feed that up, but a dangerous shot deflected. Littleton trying to gain possession and establish their power play. Can't do it yet. And Regis up and out over the zone. Short-handed up to Damrath. He's just going to fire one on net. Brenner picks that up. And just off his stick, bouncing. So Littleton looking to gain the zone. Good step up by Brenner. And that puck doesn't come up and in. So Damrath and Brenner doing a nice job on the penalty kill. And they're going to go for a line change. Camden Lai comes off. And a late change by Regis to get their fourth on, but they do, and that's Ihaya. Ihaya and Lai on the penalty kill with McDonald and Crowell.
Littleton Scully a little more confident on that save than I would have been.
Nice cross ice by Camden Lai over to Ihaya on the short-handed chance, and that's a turnover, and Littleton's going to have numbers coming across, and they try that wide pass, and they gain the zone on the right-hand side. They've got 2 guys, but a quick shot and a save by Hernandez. So,
heck yeah, it's kind of nice when you have a great defense that, a puck will get over into the offensive zone for Littleton. You get very few shots coming up tight for a goalie to have a shot outside the circle is easy money.
And that's the key, right? Keep the shots to the outside. Raiders have done a great job of that tonight.
Absolutely.
Nice face-off win and a quick shot from the top of the circle. Hernandez Had a little trouble seeing it, but made a nice save with no rebound.
34 seconds left on the Littleton power play.
Faceoff win, jumped in by the forward to pick that puck up and establish the power play possession up to the point. Cycles back down low and a nice feed on the dot, but just off his stick. Able to put that back to the defenseman. Bouncing puck in front. Nobody gets to it. Camden Lai finally is back to pick it up, but Littleton wheels around, feeds to the middle, and a nice shot. Couple turnovers there, bouncing puck, and Littleton made a nice feed to the middle. Slid that on the ice just inside the right pad of Hernandez.
With most of the shots for Littleton coming on the power play thus far in this period, they've probably outdone themselves as far as where they were in the second. How many shots?
We have 4.
So they've doubled their shots for what they had in the second period.
Already.
And that power play resulted in a power play goal, cutting the lead to 2. So it'll be the RJ Raiders with a 3-1 lead over Littleton with 13:50 to go in the third period.
Okay, face-off win by Littleton. Showing some nice patience, regrouping in their end. Tries another feed through the neutral zone, but that's intercepted by Teddy Armitage. He's going to go back behind his net. Pete left the zone a little too early, tried to feed to him. Littleton D stepped up at the blue line, and they gained possession just inside the blue line. They're going to fire that back down the wall. Finally, Regis sends a third guy down, but Littleton shot wide of the net. Armitage in to tie up, and Littleton rims that high to the right-hand side up to their defenseman, who sends it right back down. Matthew Carter is there to rim it up the other wall to Gregory, just off his skate. But Teddy gains the line, losing it in the neutral zone. Matthew Carter gains the red line and throws that across, but another turnover and a neutral zone turnover, but a nice back check by Barnes to
good job.
Nullify the 2-on-0 chance.
Well, you and I talked about this a couple games ago. That goal really put a little energy in the legs of the Littleton players, hasn't it?
No question, no question. And a breakout turnover by Littleton sends the puck deep into the right-hand side, and Barnes is down to forecheck with Eli Ash. Eli Ash comes up with it behind the net. Nice puck protection. Goes up high to Matthew Carter. Shot just wide of the net right. It's going to come up. And Waters is there to keep that puck in. Avery Osgood and Barnes in the corner. Or Ash, excuse me, with Barnes up high. Barnes rotates over on the forecheck. Littleton tries to chip that high, but Liam McDonald sends it back down. Another one high off the glass, and McDonald is again there. Cycles down the wall to Osgood, but just off his stick. Littleton goes D to D. Nice breakout pass through the middle by Evan Condon, but a step up at the blue line by Waters causes that puck to get turned over. Back down into the zone. Brenner and Damrath going on the forecheck. Littleton's going to take some ice. Gains the blue line there, and Waters with a nice step up in the neutral zone, and Brenner feeds to Williams coming across the line.
Get a D standing still.
Tries to go through the skates, and that gets turned over at the far blue line. So icing is waved off with Drake Woody coming up. His wall hit hard, and a turnover, and Littleton drives the net, and a quick shot high and wide of the net. Puck comes up to Damrath, who's got Williams in the middle, but a back checker hard. Forces an offside at the blue line.
I really thought we were going to get that hat trick from Williams as it came over earlier, but.
Well, he's got 1 goal, 1 assist, so he'd be looking for his 3rd point of the night.
You got the Ihia line out there with Sorensen and Lai. Drake Woody on D with Jake Crowell. Face off back to Woody in the neutral zone. He chips that up to Lai, who then tries to chip it in, but comes back up and out.
Offside.
Crowell not seeing Ihia down deep, crosses the line for an offsides.
Yeah, he crossed that blue line with enough confidence that the official didn't call an intentional offside because it was clearly offside with a man about 15, 20 feet in the zone already.
Face-off win by Littleton, D to D up through the neutral zone. Hard pressure by Sorensen and Ihaya at the blue line. Lai picks that up, goes wide onto his backhand. He's got Ihaya in the middle. Lai, nice escape move up the wall. Harry Sorensen left wide open, fires a low shot on the net.
Wise choice by Sorensen. He picks up the puck on the sideboards. I think his first instinct was to cycle the puck, but saw a lane. Said, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it.
I think the Littleton defenseman's instinct was he was going to cycle it, so just stayed away from him.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Face-off win up to Carter. Carter's going to backhand down back to Ihaya, who takes a quick shot blocker save. Sorensen picks that up behind the net. He looks to the forehand again. And that puck turned over at the blue line again, but finally up and out. Littleton with a 2-on-1 opportunity. He's going to take a quick shot wide of the net. Good look by Littleton right there, and Camden Lai goes high off the glass to get a line change. Here we go. Littleton with the line change is able to start a breakout, but Skellerud off the bench comes in hard and intercepts that puck. Littleton, nice breakout pass to the middle, but three guys meet him at the blue line. Pete Armitage getting harassed in the neutral zone. Littleton with the stretch pass cross ice, but intercepted by Gregory. Gregory's going to take that down wide. Checked by Condon behind the net. Condon rims it around, but Liam McDonald comes down hard and picks that puck up in the corner, cycles it back down and behind. Gregory on the hard forecheck. All Littleton can do is chip that down, and there's a race. No icing. Littleton gets there first, but no help. And that puck gets cycled back behind the net to McDonald, who tries to chip that up and loses it on the wall. Oh, and a player down. Littleton, nice job keeping possession. Goes over to the D and a quick shot into the chest of Hernandez.
That probably could have been two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked like a trip.
I'll tell you right now, Littleton has made some adjustments. They got some good momentum. Just alone with shots, they're out shooting Regis right now 7-1.
What a turn of events in the third period.
Yeah. Momentum.
Face-off win. Osgood over to Ash. Ash gains the line, but really good body position by Littleton defensively to create a turnover. They're coming up the ice 3-on-2, and Carter has to get back.
Get there.
Can't squeeze his man up, and a good, quick forehand opportunity.
Well, that makes it 8-1 shots on net in the third period.
Yeah.
And again, a complete reversal from what we saw in both the first and the second periods, right?
Yeah, it's amazing what one goal will do for a team. You're down 3-1, but you have momentum. Anything could change, and probably it's looking great.
And the turning point being the power play early in the period.
I agree.
Eli Ash on the draw over to Carter, up to Waters. Waters with a feed through the middle. Just off the stick, turned over in the neutral zone, but Ash comes up with it. He's got a man in front. Quick shot blocker save. Barnes picks that up. He tries to cycle down low, but intercepted by Littleton, and they're going to chip off the wall through the neutral zone. Good step up by Barnes and a back check. Littleton slows play down. Back to Condon, who comes back cross ice. And they chip for an opportunity here, but Matthew Carter is back quick. Nice play by Hernandez on the stick.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Put that puck just out of the reach of Littleton. Avery Osgood picks it up, dumps it down, and goes for a line change. So Brenner with a feed to Damrath. Floating away from the play, and a good defensive play by Littleton. Puck comes back down to Brenner. Brenner's got Williams and Damrath on the left-hand side. He takes it to the right. Nifty move of himself. Damrath can't handle it on his backhand, but puck goes on net for a save by the goaltender.
End-to-end rush by Brenner there, and I think that Damrath, cutting in on the left-hand side, thought he was going to finish the play on his own. So Damrath really wasn't driving the net at the same pace that Brenner was taking it to the net, and was kind of surprised that he dished him a pass.
Right
there in the high slot, wasn't quite ready for it.
Face-off win by Littleton. Takes it right through the neutral zone, wide. A little reverse hit by Littleton, but Damrath crossing the line. Takes a spill with Condon. Condon is going to rim that up to the winger. Winger with pressure from Williams sends that back down to Damrath in front, and a chip in. Damrath with the backhand out of the corner. Bad deflection, goes in the net.
As they say in hockey, there's no such thing as a bad shot on net. The funny part about that one, Will, your boy, I don't think he intended that to be a shot on net.
No.
He just kind of threw it out front, looking for maybe a man who was going to have some traffic out there. A little tip, deflection. He'll take it all day long. I'll tell you what's the beautiful thing about that. On the score sheet, that just looks like an incredible goal.
It does. It does.
So here we go, 4-1,
4-1,
6:28 left in the third, and Regis with the forecheck again creates a turnover high in the slot, but a little miscommunication by Regis, and Littleton comes up with it. Liam McDonald is going to rim that high all the way up to Camden Lai, who feeds Ihaya at the red line. Ihaya does a nice job of putting that puck deep. Condon, nice patience with an escape move out of the corner. Centering pass. But
Good
stepped up
step up,
hard by Liam McDonald at the blue line.
Nice job, McDonald.
Good D. Yep.
So we're gonna get a penalty called here, and it's gonna be a 2 and 10 again, I think, for Littleton. So, and that misconduct might be perhaps something he said to the ref after the play, because it was a late call on the misconduct. But it's gonna be a 2 and 10, and that's kind of how the game rolls occasionally, right? So, Ish, what's the shots on goal?
Shots on goal is 4 for Regis, 8 for Littleton.
So 8-4. Littleton's got to be thinking, what can we do? What can we possibly do?
Yeah, I mean,
we're out shooting the Raiders.
Right.
The one of the 4 shots they get happens to be a shot coming from behind the red line, deep in their own zone, that deflects off their own defender and pops in the net.
Right.
They just can't. They can't win, right? So tough contest. It's leaning in the favor of the Raiders. We'll go to the power play. Or will we? No, he only called the misconduct on that.
Okay.
So no 2-minute minor on that one.
Must have been language then.
I think so.
So 5-on-5 hockey.
Harry.
Puck all the way down in the Regis end. Teddy Armitage back there with McDonald.
And Will, language isn't foreign to hockey, so I'm going to suggest that it was really colorful language.
There you go. And
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, nice looking play there. Right idea. Camden Lai flew the zone, and a little flip pass was all the way from the top of the circle down here, landed just off his stick, and goaltender saved that and froze the puck for a face-off down here.
Yeah, for the Littleton player to have said something to the ref that earned him 10 minutes, I see it might have been personal.
It's probably a good joke. It was probably a good joke.
5:13 to go. 5:12 to go here in the third period. 4-1 lead for the Raiders.
What good adjustments. I wouldn't even say adjustments, but what good momentum Littleton showed up with.
Yeah, they came out with a different team here in the third period. To my earlier point, unfortunate for them.
Is it too late?
It's getting there. It's getting there.
Quickly, right?
And I'll be careful what I say, but a 3-goal lead with 5 minutes to go.
Step up.
Nice drive on the
Save.
far right-hand side for a forehand shot. Hernandez stayed in position nicely to make that save.
Position playing.
Littleton's going to dump that back down. Waters behind his net with a hard forecheck. Puts that up the wall. Intercepted by Littleton, but he's met with 3 players. Scallerud and Waters in the corner. Waters gets his stick, makes a nice pass, but off the referee. Oh, Gregory makes a nice toe drag to keep that puck in play for his team. And they lose it at the blue line and come through the neutral zone, 1-on-3.
Littleton taking more shots.
Yep. So Matthew Carter's going to rim that all the way around, but is not going to get it out. Littleton's got some time. Make a quick shot on net and a save.
All 5 Raiders on one side of the ice, and I think what Matthew Carter was thinking there is that he's going to have a man posting up on that opposite side on the sideboards, and I'm going to just ring it around and out we go. But they weren't there. All 5 guys were on one side.
Yeah. Typically would expect a weak side winger to be hanging out up there, but not that time.
Yep.
So loose puck off the faceoff. Finally comes free. Drake Woody in the corner with Eli Ash. And Jake Crowell waiting on the outside for that puck to come loose.
Help.
Finally does, but to a Littleton player who fires right in front, and a nice clear by Skellered to prevent a shot.
Smart.
The loose puck turned over at the blue line back into the corner. Woody's going to pick that up, go to Osgood. Osgood gets his stick on it, but not out, and then Ash comes up with it, and Barnes coming down the right-hand side, shot wide of the net. Ash showing some patience, turns to his forehand, point blank off the shin pad of the Littleton defender, and he and Barnes go to work behind the net. Ash and Barnes with 2 Littleton players on him.
Ash does an incredible job at protecting that puck. It's one of the skills that he brings to the team.
Yeah.
And that time it just worked out in his favor. He was protecting the puck, and he backed into the play there.
Barnes with a nice feed through the slot, just off the stick of Osgood. And Littleton gains the neutral zone, gets it across the red line, dumps, and goes for a line change of their own. Drake Woody, seeing the line change, feeds that up quick to Damrath. Damrath can't get the handle on it, fires it in. Evan Condon gloves it, sends it right back through the neutral zone quickly. In a puck race with Teddy Armitage. Teddy throws up the wall to Damrath. He picks it up, feeds to the middle for Brenner. Brenner taking it wide, tries to go through the legs of the defender, but poked by his stick, chips it up high. Liam McDonald gets there first. McDonald puts that back down. Brenner in the front door with Williams. Williams can't quite get his stick on that centering feed for a shot. And Littleton gains the zone hard. Liam McDonald just barely gets his hip on him, but enough to send him off the puck.
It sounded like a big hit, Will.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to go in the third period.
So Littleton moving the puck up the ice quickly, but getting met hard still at Regis's blue line. And a quick opportunity and almost a goal there.
Get up, Lodge.
And Littleton with a good shooting opportunity. A feed through the middle to Williams. Williams and Damrath. He sends that back down deep. Damrath on the forecheck. Knocks the player down. They both go down. Ihaya's on the puck. And another hard forecheck.
Shoot.
Get that stick down. There it is.
Go.
Ihaya.
And a rebound with a loose puck in front. He puts the garbage home. Couldn't even see where the puck was, but 3 Regis Raiders driving the net and a puck loose on the doorstep. One of them was bound to put it in, Alan.
Well, yeah, Damrath, who picked up the dish from the sideboards, and as I was calling out, got the stick down, directed the puck towards the net.
Cleaned it up.
And I think, was it Brenner there? Or no, it was Ihaya finishing off the play. 2 goals in 2 games for Ihaya.
I like it. Yeehaw.
Nice stretch pass right through the middle to Littleton and almost a breakaway chance. But Sorensen comes back on a good back check to intercept that puck.
5-1 lead with 1 minute to go in the game.
Icing waved off. Littleton goes D to D, rims all the way around to the winger. Turned over at the blue line. Matthew Carter puts that back in. I think it's a delayed offside, and it is.
And that'll be intentional.
Yep.
As I called out earlier in the game. When you know you're offside and you keep on pushing into the zone, they're going to bring the faceoff back into your own D zone, which is where the faceoff will be. 49.1 seconds to go. 5-1 lead for the Raiders. Looks like we're in for two W's this weekend-ish.
It's a great weekend. It's a great weekend.
My favorite new thing that we're bringing to the broadcast here is our play-by-play guy who always has to do the heavy lifting and the majority of the work. he does exactly what he's doing, but our new thing is that we split the time and the color now. Our job became easier this last 2 games.
It's nice.
It's a fireside chat. Fireside chat. And who better to do it than a fireman?
Appreciate that. It's nice to sit back and kind of just watch the game, right?
I bet you're a good cook too, Ish.
Just in this occasion, don't put the fire out, dude.
I like the fire we see from coming from Regis in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Littleton sends that puck deep off the face-off, battling in the corner. Jake Crow comes up with that behind his net. Forechecked hard by 2 guys. It squirts out to the D. Takes a nice angle shot, and it's saved. Oh, my gosh, what an unbelievable save. The rebound came out, went right between Hernandez's legs and popped out into the blue paint. He butterflied on the ice and found it somehow with his glove.
If I may correct you, that was 2 beautiful saves. And then an incredible recovery with the puck there, just scrambling to bring it back underneath his legs, and holds the Littleton Hawks to 1 goal at this point in time with 26 seconds to go in the game.
That's one thing that's always amazing about goalies is knowing when to lay flat, right? You lose total possession of puck. You don't know where it's at, and you're hoping a defender or your coach tells you to lay flat right to cover. Second shot.
We got a penalty shot here? Yeah, penalty shot here.
All right, Elijah, come out, get big, dance back.
All right, let's call it out, Will.
All right, so number 17 for Littleton takes the puck at center ice. Left-handed shooter coming down the right-hand side. Comes across to his forehand, tries to go 5-0, and a nice save by Hernandez. Shuts the door.
So I didn't see the replay, but I wonder if it isn't the exact same thing that happened yesterday, which is a glove on the puck in the crease by the defender, which would create that penalty shot. I can't think of what else that might have been down low, but nothing better than making 3 terrific saves than to make the 4th on the break on the penalty shot.
It makes a statement about your defense and your goalie and what they do.
Elijah's had a great game.
Yeah.
26 seconds left. Regis win with the face-off win to Teddy Armitage. Over to his brother Pete. Pete loses an edge on the wall, but Drake Woody is there to feed that back up to him.
Let's go.
Over to Alex Gregory crossing the line on the right-hand side. Tries a drop pass with just off the stick of Scalarid. That's turned over. Littleton's got 1 guy flying the zone, but Drake Woody was right in the train tracks, and that'll do it.
So I'll give you my final thoughts for the game. I know that the RJ Raiders brought a new award into the locker room, as they usually do in these programs. And that's the player of the game. They share the award. It goes from one player to the next. They just introduced a new one for the program yesterday. I won't share with you what it is. We'll leave that in the locker room. But I got a funny feeling that Elijah is going to be walking out with it today after that 3rd period performance.
You know, it's funny, as this award seems like a big deal, but typically they hide it and you don't know until you're like, what is that? But it's a great one. I agree.
They pull it out of the bag and you're like, why is this in the wash?
Right. So some good numbers after 3. Littleton made a big splash, a lot of noise and some momentum. After 3 periods, full game. Shots on goal, Regis 41, Littleton 23.
Oh, big comeback.
Big comeback. Face-offs 25 for Regis, 17 for Littleton.
Well, final thoughts.
Well, good battle, good game. A little frustration on Littleton, but they kept battling to the end, as you would expect. And, happy Saturday night, everyone. Go have a cold one.
Hockey night in
Littleton.
There you go.
I love it.
We'll be back in action next weekend with 2 more games. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Absolutely. Have a good night.